What's good, superstars? Back with another Veve video. You got Superstar Joe. You got the Superstar fam in the building. How's it going, fam? We're here. We're here with the price prediction tomorrow morning. Going to be the Wolverine drop. We're going to get right into it. But before we do, don't forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification if you're loving the price predictions. And you will know exactly whenever we post some of these. You can also become a VIP member, $2.99 a month. Hit the join button under the video. Get one of those stars next to your name. Flex on them in the comments. But also, you get access to our spreadsheets that you're going to see a little bit of here in this video. But everything else that comes with the VIP membership, giveaways, all that good stuff at the end of every single month. Follow us on Instagram, but join the Discord. In the Discord, people are giving their predictions. They're letting you know how many MCP points do they think it's going to take? What are they willing to part with? How do they value their MCP points? Some people are like, I already paid for this stuff. I look at it as money already gone, so I'm going to spend however I like. And this is the only drop that I'm going to like for this year, so I'm going to spend it willingly. For me, that's not how I look at it. Everything in this app was invested in for whatever reason, and there's value behind those points. And I think that this might not be the only opportunity to have them. And I also think that there are other opportunities that we're going to see come up, and maybe there will be less people who have as many MCP as time passes because people keep spending them without determining how much they should be worth. So I think we did a little bit of a discussion on that a couple videos ago. If you want to see that one out, I did a thumbnail about how it might be an MCP trap, so you guys can go check that out. But definitely a drop that I think if you're lucky enough to land, could be worth it. So going to pull up a spreadsheet. This is the VIP spreadsheet. I added a little tab in here. I tried to put it all together with the MCP stuff for you guys. So whoever has access, you guys can go have a look. But basically, this is the sheet that I showed the other day. Basically, these first 4 columns. Trying to get an idea of how much it would cost for using 100,000 MCP points. I'm going to stick with that number. I think that that's going to be our minimum. Was way off on Symbiote. Symbiote used 40,000. And that was for around 1,000 reserved editions. This one here, you're going to have around 1,590. Half of the drop is reserved for MCP. I think there's a lot more demand for this drop than there would be for that Symbiote, which was more demand than I initially thought. So I am going to blow out the 40,000-ish that it looked like it needed for Symbiote to around 100,000. It could be higher. It could be a higher number. But I think being conservative, 100,000 MCP points will be required for those 1,590 reservations. So what does that mean? What does that mean? How many MCP points does it take, or how much value is behind those MCP points? Because then if you're flipping, this is only if you're a flipper, right? If you're a flipper, you're going to want to make back the money that you spent on the MCP points, or how much will it cost you moving forward, basically to get there. So we looked at the cheapest possible way last time, and that was saying that your average dollar per MCP is $1.75, which we know what most people is not that low. And I said 100,000 MCP points. You need about 182 MCP points per day. That would say that you had your collection on average size of your collection for around 1.5 years. So that would put your cost of MCP on the drop to $318 plus the cost of the drop puts you at $368. All right. So if you don't sell it for that much, you basically lost the opportunity cost that came with your MCP points plus the cost of the drop. So we're going to see where we land with the price prediction. But I think this number should be a lot higher. I think it should be around 5 gems. I forget who said it in the chat, in the comments. So thank you to whoever said that. But I kind of agreed with them. They said, there was a time when MCP points was around $5 per MCP for a long time. I remember it being between 3 and 6 and something like that. That was like for a couple months there. But then there was an earlier time back in the day when it was like 20 to 30 per point. It was ridiculous if you remember the early days. And I'm sure a lot of people have collections based off those points as well. But let's say $5 is a little bit more realistic. You can see that number balloons, right? You're looking at $1,000. You would have to sell this drop for it to be profitable. If you use 100,000 MCP points, I'm not doing it. If we look at it over here, if you use the minimum, let's say the minimum, and we keep that same number, $5 per MCP point. If you use the minimum, let's say you held your collection around 1.5 years, you're looking at around $90 in MCP. 140 starting to look a little bit more realistic. So maybe makes sense to use the minimum MCP on this. We're going to do a break even, but you got to find out what the price prediction is before we put that number in there. what will it take to break even off of this price prediction. So going back, let's look at the couple of the drops that we've analyzed before. Ghost Spider right now sitting at $27.99. This is a single drop, non-FA, animation questionable. 2,200 editions, market cap sitting around $60,000. Symbiote outperformed what we thought. We thought it was going to be around 38 gems. It is sitting around 60. It was up there for the 70s for a little bit. So right now it's at 144 at 57.50. But let's say it was at 75. You're looking at 189. So almost 200. If you want to give it that, when it dropped, it was around 200,000 market cap. That's fair. We can say that. Right now it's 144. This collectible here, a new collectible on the block. This one, let's see, it is Hulk common. This drop is modeled kind of after that Hulk drop, except there is no chase for holding all of them. So take that what you will, but it is clear that this Wolverine is the FA appearance, and I think a lot more people have been anticipating Wolverine, and probably a lot more people favorite characters in the universe is Wolverine. From what I'm seeing here, a lot more hype around this drop than there was around the Hulk drop. That's for sure. But the Hulk drop came at an earlier time. Maybe there was more users on the app. Do not know. But 4,444 editions for that common variant Hulk classic likeness, green with purple shorts. Sitting at 52 gems. It's sitting above box right now. I've seen it below box. It is above box right now and has around $230,000 market cap. I got a couple fun ones here we're going to compare to as well. I don't think we're going to quite get to these market caps, but the first one I want to talk about, another epic on the like these are ceilings, right? So the AF-15 common comic, we're not really shouldn't be comparing to the comic, but if we're looking at market caps, how much is that? And this is something that is kind of like relevant still. I know there's a lot of drops that people have money sunk in that they don't want to sell for less. This one's hung out around 200, 300, 400 for the longest time. So people aren't completely killed on this drop. So I think it's still kind of relevant. 6,000 editions of that common. And that one there is, where are we here? This should be 2,000. That one there is $1.3 million market cap just on the common variant. Okay, so will we get to that with Wolverine? Is Wolverine that highly anticipated? Will everybody be going for Wolverine? I don't know if we're going to be at that high of a market cap. And this is obviously like the grail of grails when it comes to comics. And then the last one, you guys can guess it when I change that edition size there. That is the Miles Morales drop. I put all three variants and their average between the floor prices. And you're looking at $1,900 average. If you're looking at the 10,000 floor on the secret rare, I think you got 500 on the ultra rare, and then like 380 maybe on the common variant or the rare variant. So when you average them out, weighted average, obviously, you're looking at around 1,900 is your floor price, and gives you 3.8 million as your market cap. Is Wolverine in that same breath? Is it in the same breath? I don't think we are in the same market as that. I don't think we're there. I don't think that we are at that height. Is there going to be that much money pumped into this collectible? I don't know. I feel like you're going to be somewhere between AF-15 and Hulk common. You guys might say I'm crazy. You might say that it's going to be more than AF-15 in terms of dollars put into this. I think there's going to be another 4 Wolverines coming. So people might be like, okay, well, if I don't get this one, maybe I'll get the next variant. Maybe it'll be a different variant that I like better. I feel like there's that opportunity still available. So I feel like you're going to settle somewhere, like I said, between the AF-15 and the Hulk common. That puts me at around $650,000 market cap. I don't think I'm crazy. I think when Hulk dropped, the initial Hulk, it was like $75. That makes it like 333,000 for Hulk. Is me doubling that market cap? Let's say we even put it to let's put it to 700. I don't mind changing this on the fly. I don't even know what that did to the price, but double our initial, like this is on the drop, Hulk market cap. Is that too high? What do we think here? Is this crazy? I don't think we're going to get to AF-15 numbers. Regardless, that gives us a price of 220 gem floor for Wolverine on drop day, or 24 hours thereafter. Unless I think the number of editions is pretty high. It's harder to get a consistent manipulation unless people are going crazy trying to buy that up. So I think you're going to get a little bit more of a feel of what the market actually feels. I mean, some of these other drops that are lower edition have been easier to manipulate. This one here, I don't think it will be as easy, but I think it's gonna get it's gonna do well. I feel like you're gonna start to see a good number on this on the initial day at least, and then as they release more of them, I obviously think that number is gonna erode, just like everything else that we've seen on the app. So if we're looking at 220 gems as our price prediction, let's make that green for you guys so you guys know that is our price prediction. 220 gems based off a $700,000 market cap, which I had in there 650 before. So 650 puts me at 204. So between 200 and 220, I could see this happening at least on day one, which is crazy, but it's also the most anticipated drop in a long time. Vader was a big one too when that came out, and that was traded for like 1,300 gems at the time, but that was a different time. So didn't think that was a reasonable comparable. But anyway, we want to get this to 200 to 220. I think for 200, it was like 17,000 MCP points, and you're like break even right there, right? This is at 650, 204, 204. And then if we put this to 700 now, how many MCP points to break even? Meaning like I wouldn't go over this many MCP points because I'm losing that opportunity cost. Let's see what 25,000 gets me. A little too high. Let's go to 20,000, 230. You're getting there. So like 19,000, 220, 18,000, 213. So it's like 18.5, right? That gets you to your 220. I don't know. If I'm going to spend MCP points, it's going to be between 10,000 and 18.5. And I probably will not spend 18.5. I think I might just put the minimum in. Give me opportunity at both. I don't think I will get it at this, obviously, but why not give myself the extra chance in case that there's enough people or not enough people who are going for that maximum. It is what it is. I'm not going to be a part of the MCP winners. I already know that with that bid, but this is how I feel like. I feel like MCP, it's not understood as well as it will be in the future. So I'm holding on to the points. They don't expire. I think there's going to be more efficiencies found in these points at some point when people start to really dwindle their points and they see how long it takes to regain the same amount of points with what they have. There's a lot of people who are whales who have 2,000 points a day and 3,000 points a day, so they don't care. But I think there's going to come a point because Veve's dropping crazy amounts of things and they just keep on getting IP and onboarding all kinds of different collectibles and all that stuff. So I feel like there's going to be a point in time where people are going to wish that they didn't spend as many MCP points as they did, especially when those collectible values drop over time and that amount that you put up front stays the same, right? So we got to always keep that in mind. But at the same time, this drop's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch the price action on it, see how close we were with the price predictions. I want to hear from you guys. What's your price prediction? How close are you to mine? 220. We're going 220, between 200 and 220 as the floor price, at least on day one. And I want to hear from you guys. So if you don't forget, become a superstar, smash the subscribe button down below, and let me know your price predictions in the comments. VIP members, thank you so much for all that you do supporting the channel. You guys are consistently supporting. Thank you so much. It's been like 2.5 years, and you guys are still there. So guys, we'll see you soon. I love you.